Okay, I know they did not nerf Wattson, okay? But they forgot about her, it feels like. I mean, I did also. I looked at Alter, and I had not looked back in a hot minute because I wanted to work on my close range. To be fair, my friends enjoy playing Wattson, so I kind of happily kept passing her up. Now, I know that's not an excuse because I could have easily every live stream played Wattson. But I mean, Alter, you know? I mean, kind of S tier. I mean, now the issue with Wattson is that it got worse when the TTK changes happened and the Assault class got buffed and Skirmisher class got buffed, and we essentially just had movement legends start to really take over. It feels like she got the old Yeller treatment.
Papa would be proud of me.
No, Mama, please don't. She was my bird.
I never say die. I fight until it hurts.
You know, but I played her over the weekend and I thought maybe she isn't that bad. Well, to my surprise, she is still pretty strong in some areas. Literally, I got one squad wipe and I was just saying this as a joke. And it sounds even worse because I was still sick.
One in here too.
Someone's still on here.
Oh, I see.
Jumped off.
151 on him.
Are they on roof?
No, inside. Second floor, second floor.
One shot.
Oh
Nice.
no.
Rezzing.
I'm on stairs.
Got Jen on you.
Thanks. Scared me.
Sorry.
Got him. Wattson OP! Wattson OP! I'm good. And then it got me thinking, could I just do this on any legend? The reality is that, yes, this is easier just on any mobility-based legend. Ashe, right? Ashe. Now let's talk about Wattson's strengths, okay? Because I think she does have a few things going for her. She has a smaller hitbox size to really fight, aka kind of box out. Her ultimate does counter a ton, and it is a great reset when you throw it down. Fences, when placed well, can really occupy space and delay some fights. Nessies. Alright, well, when a player really maximizes on the above, she is a force to be reckoned with, but this is where the current issue is in the meta. Lack of mobility. Wattson, once in a sticky situation, just has no out unless she's relying on a teammate, or you leave a fight earlier, or you push faster. You just got to be the better player to succeed. You got to be the fastest in looting, the fastest in rotation, the fastest to make a decision. But the question is, if you're that fast, why not just play somebody like Ashe? Because, I mean, the next problem is holding isn't meta. Let me go and say this. When I was watching some of the pros play Wattson at ALGS because they're kind of forced to because they were banning legends, it makes me question if they ever really played Wattson. They go to end zone and the fence placement was just so poor. I mean, they were using the Wattson gen to maximum efficiency, but it was driving me crazy that not even the pros understood proper fencing. Fences can not only be used defensively, but aggressively to hold space and block out areas, block out buildings, and so forth. Area denial. And trust me, they had plenty of time when I was watching to actually set up, but also there could be the fear of getting knocked. So I have some ideas and some buffs that I kind of want to pitch to you guys, but here's another problem. The reset potential is stronger across the board on other legends. I really think, why not just give Wattson the support perk? At this point, it just solves a lot of the problems that she does have. A second strength would be a speed boost when placing fences to encourage faster fence play and area denial, but maybe increase the speed in which they can be dropped and remove that delay, because there is technically a delay when you're placing them that they just place awkwardly. Because this got me thinking of another major problem outside of Wattson. Controller legends across the board and Recon do need a buff. Recon at buff too much, they're going to be boring, just be wall hacks. I mean, look, Bloodhound is in their strongest iteration and nobody picks Bloodhound. Controller-based characters, if buffed through their damage output or defensive, will delay the fight, and the TTK is already so fast and third parties are so quick. Could you just imagine how much faster you get eliminated if you just take one tick of offense, one tick of just gas? This causes a major problem. It is why Catalyst in delaying fights with blocking doors at the moment is so strong. There is a point where aggression pretty much stops and defense will almost always win. We're riding that fine line at the moment, and considering the game is really starting to improve in terms of player count, it does make me worry that casuals or even pros are going to get frustrated when this kind of shifts. It makes me wonder if this could be the first big misstep, and I'm calling it here, that when they make these changes, it could really push a lot of players away. Now, I don't disagree with the meta being a lot more strategic, but when you add that extra layer, it can definitely cause just flat out, I don't want to deal with this, right? Because I see where I can perform well on Wattson when I was playing Wattson, but it requires a higher skill ceiling and one that could be easily trampled over by just picking another legend. I'm going to draw on the screen. When it comes to playing a current controller legend. My current theory is that players are used to playing back and just defensively with range, which is in the current season a little stronger because range has a little bit more power, but that's kind of what they think. They're in the back, right? I have personally always preached since the beginning that Wattson is your linebacker, right? Well, any controller legend, let's just kind of broaden the scope just to any controller legend, whether it's Caustic, whoever, right? Your job is to secure space like a tank because you can slow down a fight by moving forward and be that wall. When I push forward on a rock and secure space, I'm almost always trying to find that level of success. But I realize pros don't do this, casuals or really anybody. The easier solve is just push through as a 3-stack, so why do you need a linebacker when you could just alter fallback, Ash Portal out, Loba Q, create a Newcastle wall? You know, there's a lot of stronger alternatives here. Well, I could argue that having all of those plus having the area denial or occupying space would be a great benefit, but I also think any of these legends are pretty close to becoming broken if they were to push that extra layer. Imagine a fence again that does 15 more damage, or even gas that ticks a little faster in the current TTK environment. I made this video because I'm thinking ahead on the meta. Perhaps I will try and prove just how I did with Alter that there's a lot of strength here. So I ask you guys, the audience, do I just stick with Alter? Am I overthinking this? I just realized that Wattson was one of the biggest mains on my channel, and while I am working on my close range, Wattson is starting to succeed for me again, and Wattson was pretty much who I loved, but let's just be honest, Alter's S tier, so why wouldn't I capitalize on that? There's just something here, and then I know the meta's going to shift, and I'm just calling it out now because there's certain legends that are just completely ignored right now, and it's understandable as they start going around and buffing everything. But when they overtune and overbuff, I have a lot of worries. All right, laid them all out. I pass it to you. Kind of want to have a conversation in the comment section. I'll talk to you guys all real soon.